What's going on, everybody, and welcome back once again to the channel. And then before we get into today's video, make sure to subscribe and sack that like button. In this video, am going to be predicting the entire 2022 through 2023 NFL season week by week using the NFL Playoff Predictor app, and I can't wait to do it. So let's dive into it. I'm going to be going somewhat faster. I already have looked at the schedule before and have taken some notes, so I don't take as long when picking here. So let's begin. So as you can see here, we're in week 1. We got the Colts at the Texans up first. Here I'm going to give the Colts the win to open up the season. Here I'm going to give the Bengals the win to beat the Steelers again for a third straight time. Ravens win here over the Jets. Dolphins get the win over the Patriots for a third straight time. Chargers beat the Raiders in a big week 1 matchup. And then the Thursday night opener, Bills at Rams. This is a game that can go in either way, so it's going to be tough to call, but I'm going to have to take the Rams in this one. Here I got the Commanders versus the Jaguars. I got the Commanders winning this one in week 1. Browns at Panthers. I got the Browns winning this one. Then my Kansas City Chiefs take on the Arizona Cardinals. I'm going to take my Chiefs to win this one. I just think that they'll be able to do wonders against that Cardinals defense, and Kyler Murray may struggle to get things going in a big game like this. Then Giants at the Titans. I'm going to take the Titans over the Giants here. Broncos at Seahawks. Russell Wilson returning home to Seattle in his first game as a Denver Bronco, facing the team he played with for a very long time. Sorry about all these ads, by the way. You have to pay to have them removed. But I'm going to have the Broncos winning this one, obviously. I think they're just the better team. 49ers at Bears. I'm going to take the Bears in this one in an upset win. Niners having to play up in Chicago. I think that this is a game at Soldier Field. That crowd's going to be fired up. Justin Fields trying to show the 49ers what they missed out on. Then the Eagles at the Lions. I'm going to take the Lions to win this one. I think the Lions are going to improve tremendously this year, and I think a little bit of the Eagles' hype might be out of hand. I'm going to take the Falcons over the Saints, the Vikings over the Packers in a big week 1 matchup, and then Tampa at Dallas playing once again in week 1 like this past season. I think the results will be the same. I think Tampa will come away with the win. Moving on to week 2. I got the Chiefs beating the Chargers in the first ever Amazon Prime game. This is going to be a big time matchup. Should be high scoring. Cannot wait to see it. Here I'm taking the Patriots over the Steelers. You know, the Colts have a bad history against the Jaguars, but I think the Colts get over the hump against them when it comes to playing in Jacksonville. I'm going to take Cleveland over the Jets. And this is assuming if Deshaun Watson plays for the Browns, because he hasn't been suspended as of yet. All this is under the assumption of the current rosters. I'm not assuming anything. I'm going based off of what's happening right now. I'm going to take the Ravens over the Dolphins, rematch of that game last year. Broncos over the Texans, Bills over the Titans on Monday night. Usually I would take the good running team versus the bad run defense, but I just think the Bills are a better team right now. Cardinals at the Raiders should be a good one. Also, Chandler Jones facing his former team. I got the Raiders winning this one. I got the Cowboys beating the Bengals. I got the Saints beating Tom Brady again. Tom Brady is 0-4 against the Saints since he's been on the Buccaneers in the regular season, and I think that will continue here. I got the Panthers beating the Giants. Commanders at Lions. I'm taking the Lions in this one. I think the Lions are trending upward this season. I'm not going to give too much explanation to a lot of these games too, because, you know, I got to move through the whole season, and I don't want this video to be too long. I'm going to take the Rams over the Falcons, 49ers over the Seahawks, Packers over the Bears, and Vikings over the Eagles on Monday Night Football. Heading on to week 3, we open up with Steelers at Browns, Thursday Night Football. I'm going to take the Browns in this one. I take the Raiders in this one. Ravens at Patriots. You know, the Patriots at 1-1, Ravens at 2-0 should be a good one. I'm gonna take the Ravens winning this one. Bengals beat the Jets. Chiefs beat the Colts. Dolphins beat the Bills. Chargers beat the Jaguars. Bears beat the Texans. Broncos beat the 49ers. Vikings beat the Lions. Commanders beat the Eagles. Panthers beat the Saints. Seahawks beat the Falcons. Actually, stick with the Seahawks in Seattle. Falcons have a lot of question marks as well, even though they do have some fun playmakers there. I'm gonna take the Cardinals to beat the Rams. They split last year. I think in these NFC West divisional games, it really can go either way. Green Bay at Tampa. Rodgers versus Brady. Aaron Rodgers never plays well in Florida. Here they are playing in Florida again. I think Tom Brady gets him again. Cowboys at Giants. Taking the Cowboys in this one despite it being Giants at home. Then, to open it up, Dolphins at Bengals for week 4. I'm going to take the Bengals to win this one at home. Take the Chargers to beat the Texans. Then Titans at Colts, good one. I'm going to take the Colts to win here. Ravens to beat the Bills in a fun one. I'm going to take the Steelers to beat the Jets. Raiders to beat the Broncos. Falcons and Browns. Fun one there as well. I'm going to take the Browns to win this one. I think Deshaun Watson's playing. That should be a win. Then Doug Peterson facing his former team, the Philadelphia Eagles. Head coaches versus their former teams have a very good record, believe it or not. I'm going to take Doug Peterson to beat his Eagles, and that's when the floodgates and the controversy will really begin in Philadelphia. New England at Green Bay. I don't see the Patriots having a shot in this one with the lack of talent they have. Chiefs at Bucks, a very big game, personal to me. My Chiefs taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Super Bowl rematch of 2 seasons ago. I'm going to take the Chiefs to beat the Bucks. And it will be Tom Brady versus Patrick Mahomes for the 6th time. I'm going to take the Saints to beat the Vikings. Cowboys to beat the Commanders. Lions to beat the Seahawks. And look at the Lions with a 3-1 record. The Bears to beat the Giants. Panthers to beat the Cardinals. I think the Panthers can beat them. It's in Carolina, all the way out there. Arizona doesn't play well that far east. And then the Niners in a conference championship rematch playing the Rams Monday night. We saw what they did to them Monday night this past season. I think the Niners will get them this time. Moving on to week 5. Cruising along here. Colts at Broncos. I'm going to take the Broncos to win here. I'm going to take the Jets to beat the Dolphins here. I'm going to take the Bills here. Jaguars here. Browns over the Chargers out there in the East Coast. Tough matchup there for the Chargers. I'm going to take the Ravens over the Bengals. Chiefs over the Raiders on Monday Night Football. Lions at Patriots. I'm going to take the Patriots in this one. I'm going to take the Titans over the Commanders. Packers over the Giants. Vikings over the Bears. Saints over the Eagles. Buccaneers over the Falcons. 49ers over the Panthers. Rams over the Cowboys. And Cardinals over the Eagles. So on to week 6. So for the first game of week 6 we got here, Jaguars are at Colts again. I'm going to take the Colts to beat them again here. Then I'm going to take the Browns to beat the Patriots. Bills at Chiefs, rematch of that all-time great game, Bills versus Chiefs of the divisional round. I'm going to take the Chiefs to beat them again here in KC. I think the Chiefs will be able to get a good running game going against them. Buffalo may be a little bit overwhelmed with just everything, the history between the two teams, and just overall intimidated. And I think at the end of the day, Patrick Mahomes is better than Josh Allen, and Andy Reid is better than Sean McDermott. Give me the Chiefs. I have the Broncos beating the Chargers. And listen, for a lot of these games, I would love to give a deeper dive into each of them, but that will be for my preview videos leading up to each week throughout the season. Here, we're going at a quicker pace. Packers over the Jets. Saints and Bengals, interesting one. I'm going to take the Saints in this one. I think the Saints with Kamara against that front 7 of the Bengals will be a bad matchup for the Bengals. I'm going to take the Ravens over the Giants. Bucks at Steelers. Bucks playing up against Pittsburgh, Heinz Field, Brady versus that Pittsburgh crowd. I think that might be a tougher game for the Bucs than people expect. And I'm gonna say the Steelers sitting at 1-4 here. Mike Tomlin doesn't let the season slip away that far. I'm going to take the Steelers over the Bucs. Vikings at the Dolphins. Interesting one here. I'm gonna take the Vikings, even though they're playing away. Bears at Commanders, Thursday Night Football. Bears win it. Niners beat the Falcons. Seahawks beat the Cardinals. Rams beat the Panthers. And Eagles beat the Cowboys. Then heading on to Week 7, as you can see here, the Chiefs 6-0, the Browns 6-0, the Ravens 6-0, the Bills at 2-4, Colts at Titans. I'm gonna take the Titans here. Ravens over the Browns. Battle of undefeated. Take the Ravens there. That'd be a big game if it does set up like that. Raiders over the Texans here. Broncos over the Jets. Dolphins over the Steelers. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to take the Steelers in this one. Mike Tomlin gets his guys another big-time victory. Bengals over the Falcons. I'm going to take the Jaguars over the Giants. I think Doug Peterson knows those Giants well, and he gets that W for his team. Chargers beat the Seahawks. And then the Chiefs at 49ers. Chiefs riding high, 6-0. I think they will be due for a loss at this point. I think they lose to the 49ers. It might be a tough game for them. It could go either way. I'm going to give the Niners the win in this one. Then the Bears at the Patriots. I'm going to take the Patriots in this one. Bill Belichick versus a young quarterback. Cardinals over the Saints. Cowboys, Packers, Bucks. Right here, as you can see. And now we're going to be moving on to Week 8. So, Broncos at Jaguars. I'll take the Broncos here. Patriots at Jets. I'm going to take the Jets to beat the Patriots and get their first win of the season. I think the Jets would have a better record right now if not for such a tough schedule. I think the Jets are better than their record will be at this point. And look at the Patriots winning that division at 3-5. That's interesting. I did not expect that when I started this. Titans win there. Browns win here over the Bengals. Bengals struggling, as I expect here at 4-4. You know, I'll give more explanations to this towards the end. Buccaneers beat the Ravens. Raiders beat the Saints. Steelers beat the Eagles. Dolphins beat the Lions. Carson Wentz revenge game, all the smack that the Colts organization's been talking about him ever since they left, despite him having a solid statistical season actually, but I'm going to take the Colts to beat him here anyway. Then the Bills at the Packers. I'm going to take the Bills here. They're playing at home. Aaron Rodgers' record against Buffalo is really not good if you look it up. Bears at Cowboys. I'm going to take the Cowboys. Cardinals at Vikings. Take the Falcons here. I'm going to take the Seahawks here, and I'm going to take the Rams in the rematch and split the Niners 1-1. Moving on to Week 9. So, Colts at Patriots. Colts played them last year, kind of, sent their season in a different direction. This is a game that could go in either way. I'm going to take the Patriots to beat the Colts in this one, though, here in Foxborough. Then Bills at the Jets. I'm going to take the Bills to win here. Raiders at Jaguars. We're going with the Jaguars here. In Jacksonville, I think that's one the Jags will win. Titans at Chiefs. I got the Chiefs winning it here. Eagles at Texans. I think this should be a win for the Eagles. Dolphins at Bears. Up in the cold weather at this time of year, I think the Dolphins will struggle. Bengals win here. Chargers win here. Ravens win here. Lions get an upset win over the Packers. I think they can beat them. They did beat them last year, remember. Vikings beat the Commanders, Cardinals beat the Seahawks, and Buccaneers get the win over the Rams in that rematch of that divisional round matchup in Tampa. Moving on to Week 10 already. Broncos at Titans. This should be another good one. I got the Broncos winning it though. Chiefs beat the Jaguars. Browns beat the Dolphins. I think their running game will do well against the Dolphins there. Colts at Raiders. I got the Raiders winning this one. Texans at Giants. I'm going with the Giants here. Saints at Steelers. Bills get the win over the Vikings. Chargers versus 49ers. Battle of California AA. I'm going to go with the Niners in this one. Falcons at Panthers. I'm going to take the Panthers in this one. Lions at Bears. I'm going to take the Bears to get the win here. Tampa beats the Seahawks. Rams win here. Packers beat the Cowboys in a big matchup. Eagles beat the Commanders. And looking around the league, we got the Chiefs at 8-1, the Broncos at 7-2, the Ravens and Browns both at 8-1, the Bills at 5-4, Niners at 6-3, Packers at 6-4. Very interesting stuff going on here. Jets vs. Patriots rematch. I'm gonna go with the Patriots over the Jets. I just don't see the Jets sweeping the Patriots in any world ever. Then the Browns at the Bills. I'm going to go with the Bills in this one. Raiders at Broncos. I'm going to go with the Broncos here. Chiefs versus Chargers. Chiefs due for a loss already in LA. Tough matchup. They beat them the first time. I'm going to say the Chargers get them this time. Steelers beat the Bengals. Packers beat the Titans, excuse me. Commanders beat the Texans. Eagles at Colts. This should be another good one, but I'm going to take the Colts here over the Eagles. Panthers at Ravens. I'm going to take the Ravens. Rams at Saints. I'm taking the Rams. Giants versus Lions. I'm going to take the Giants. Bears at Falcons. I'm taking the Falcons. Cowboys. I'm taking the Cowboys. Cardinals. I'm taking over the Niners in this one. Bengals at the Titans. Rematch of the divisional game. I'm going to go with the Titans in this one. So, yeah. Then Texans at the Dolphins. I'm going to take the Dolphins. Ravens versus Jaguars. Ravens. Steelers at Colts. This is another good game. Gonna go with the Colts in this one. Monday Night Football. Bills win here. Patriots, Vikings. Patriots. Bears at the Jets. I'm gonna go with the Bears. Broncos here. Browns here over the Bucks. Having to go up there. Buccaneers been on a roll as of late here. I'm gonna go with the Raiders over the Seahawks, Chargers over the Cardinals. Big time matchup here, what should have been the Super Bowl last year. Rams and Chiefs. I'm gonna take the Chiefs to beat the Rams at Arrowhead. Giants at Cowboys. I'm gonna take the Cowboys here. Falcons at Commanders. Interesting one. Two bad teams, so it's interesting, I guess. 49. Take Commanders there. 49ers here. Packers here. Now we're into Week 13. First out here, Bills at Patriots. Obviously, a bit of a rivalry here. I'm going to take the Bills to win here. I just don't see the Patriots being able to beat the Bills at this point anymore unless they add some people here in the last minutes of the offseason. I'm going to take the Browns to beat the Texans. Ravens over the Broncos. Raiders over the Chargers. Chiefs get their revenge against the Bengals. Vikings beat the Jets. Lions beat the Jaguars. Steelers beat the Falcons, excuse me. Titans beat the Eagles. Niners beat the Dolphins. Cowboys get the win over the Colts. Packers continue to beat the Bears here, unfortunately for the Bears. Giants win here. Rams win here. Buccaneers get the win there. On to Week 14 now. We're heading down the stretch now, fellas. If it lets us go to Week 14. Alright, there we go. So, Titans, Bills, Bengals, Steelers, Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos. At Mile High, Chiefs have a long streak going against the Broncos at this point. I think, the Broncos are due to finally beat the Chiefs. So I'll say the Broncos do get the Chiefs in this one. Chiefs drop to 10-3. Raiders at the Rams. I got the Rams winning it here. Cowboys winning it here. Cardinals beat the Patriots. Lions beat the Vikings. Giants beat the Eagles. Niners beat Tampa. It's all the way out in San Fran. Jimmy G versus Tom Brady. Some bad blood there. I think Jimmy G gets the win there. Seahawks beat the Panthers. So moving on to week 15. And we got the Ravens at the Browns to start things out here. I'm going to take the Browns to win here. Bills to win here. Chiefs to win here. Chargers to win here. Raiders to win here. Vikings to win here. Steelers to beat the Panthers here. Cowboys to beat the Jaguars. And Lions at Jets. I'm going to take the Jets here. I'm going to take the Broncos here. And the Buccaneers there. You get the Browns there. Alright, Cowboys win here, like I said. Seahawks beat the 49ers Thursday night. You know, the 49ers always struggle with Seattle, no matter what the context is of the game. I think they split. Saints beat the Falcons. Giants at Commanders. I'm going to take the Commanders in this one. Eagles at the Bears. I'm going to take the Eagles to get themselves a win here. And then the Rams at the Packers. I'm going to take the Packers. The Rams have trouble against the Rams historically. Rams have trouble against the Packers historically at Lambeau Field. So, moving on to Week 16. Now that we're deep into the playoffs, let me change the format here from division to conference so you can see the playoff picture instead of the division record. So there you have it. The Chiefs is the 5th seed at 11-3. My goodness. And then the number 1 seed over here is 10-4 only. That's bizarre. Jets versus Jaguars. I got the Jets winning on here. Titans winning here. Patriots winning here. Steelers winning here. Chargers winning here. Bills winning here. Chiefs winning here. Ravens winning here. Browns winning here. Dolphins winning here down in the heat. Packers don't play well in Florida. Broncos at Rams. I'm going to take the Rams in this one. Vikings over the Giants. Lions here. Niners, Cowboys. Cardinals over the Bucks. Bucks having to travel across the country. And, you know, that might be a tough matchup for Tom Brady and company. Has a rough time in Arizona in Super Bowls too. And that's where the Super Bowl is this season. Now we're in Week 17. I got the Chiefs beating the Broncos here for a big game for the number 1 seed and the division. Texans beat the Jaguars. Ravens beat the Steelers. Patriots win here. Bills win here. And then, wow, look at the Bengals falling off to 6-10. I really do think the Bengals will fall off this season. I don't think they did enough to address their offensive line, and their front 7 is very shaky. And they're in a very tough division along with a very tough schedule. Cowboys beat the Titans here. Browns at Commanders. I'm going to take the Browns here. Colts here. 49ers here. Seahawks here. Rams here. Buccaneers here. Cardinals here. Lions here. Eagles versus Saints. I'm going to take the Saints here. And then the Packers beat the Vikings. So, headed on to Week 18. Chiefs at Raiders. Chiefs, an important game. You know, they usually dominate the Raiders, but the Raiders feeling desperate here, season on the line. I'm going to say the Raiders actually do get the Chiefs here. How are the Cowboys the number 1 seed? I would not have thought that's what I predicted. But, funny enough, the Cowboys have the easiest schedule in the NFL this year, so that may play into it. Chargers at the Broncos. Got a thing there. Broncos win there. Steelers win here. Titans win over the Jaguars. Bengals beat the Ravens finish out their season in a good one. The Bills beat the Patriots. Colts beat the Texans. Dolphins beat the Jets. 49ers versus the Cardinals. Cardinals lose here. Rams, Seahawks. I think the Rams win there. Packers win here. Bears finish strong here. Saints finish strong here. Eagles finish strong here. Cowboys versus Commanders. I think the Commanders spoil things for the Cowboys here, and then the Buccaneers get the win there. So there you have it. Finished with the regular season. Now we're headed on to the wild card. So you have the 2 first-round buys going to... Hold on one second here. 2 first-round buys going to the Chiefs and Packers. So Browns at Colts in the first wild card game. Game that could go in either way, looking at it now. But I'm going to say the Colts win here. Broncos at the Bills. Russell Wilson versus Josh Allen. Fun matchup there. I'm going to take the Bills to win this one. A little bit more of a playoff experience team. I'm not talking about the quarterbacks, but I'm talking about the team. I think they win there. Chargers having to travel out to Baltimore. You know, last time they played this past season, the Ravens blew them out. I think the Ravens, with a little bit more playoff experience, get a big, obviously, playoff win there. And the 49ers at the Buccaneers. Played in the regular season. I had the Niners winning that one. Niners have a better record, and they beat them, but they have to go play there because they weren't a division winner. But it's in Tampa. Niners having to travel down to Florida. Tom Brady, opening round of the playoffs, facing his favorite team. I'm going to say Tampa wins this one. Vikings at the Cowboys. Look, I don't know who to pick in this one because I don't know who to trust. Kirk Cousins in a big game, in a playoff game yet alone, or the Cowboys. I'm going to have to roll with the Cowboys, funny enough. That's how much of a how much no confidence I have with the Vikings. The Lions sneak into the playoffs at 8-9. Jared Goff facing his former team and Matt Stafford facing his former team. Lions don't have a shot in that one, unfortunately for them. Bills at Ravens, Colts at Chiefs, Cowboys at Rams, Buccaneers at Packers. Oh my goodness. Alright, so Bills at Ravens. Good matchup. Had them playing earlier. Ravens won that one. Ravens have a good run game. Bills have had trouble stopping the run, but they've improved it by bringing in Von Miller, and they expect huge leaps from Gregory Rousseau this upcoming season, his second year. I'm going to take the Bills over the Ravens in this one. Colts at Chiefs. I'm going to take the Chiefs to beat the Colts. You know, Matt Ryan, playoffs. Colts are still also kind of somewhat of an inexperienced playoff team. Chiefs playing at home, first round bye, have a lot to prove. Cowboys at Rams, no question, Rams win here. Buccaneers at Packers. Interesting one. The Buccaneers have beaten the Packers the last few times because I had them beating them here in this regular season. Packers have it in Green Bay. You know, this is one that's really hard to call. Obviously, this far away. I mean, who the heck really knows? But I'm going to roll with Tampa. I am. I'm going to roll with Tampa. So, moving on to the conference championship round. Bills at Chiefs, Buccaneers at Rams. My goodness. Bills at the Chiefs. I'm going to take the Chiefs to win again, as you guys may think. I just think the Chiefs are they have the better quarterback, the better coach, the better offensive line, arguably the better running game, and, you know, the defense of the Chiefs is getting young and better. While I think the defense of the Bills may take a step back. It's hard for defenses to continue dominance for more than 1 year. I just think the Chiefs are the better, will be the better team at this point in the season. I think they beat them again. Then the Buccaneers at the Rams. This is another one that's really tough. This one's in LA. I had them playing a regular season and the Bucs beating them. They played last year in the playoffs and the Rams won. This one's in LA. That's very tough to play in LA. If you're a Tampa team, it isn't a dome. It's the playoffs. Tom Brady, fired up and ready to go. Matt Stafford. It's very tough to call. It really is. It really, really, really is. I think the Rams are the slightly better team, and they're playing at home. But I just don't see them getting back. And I think Tampa wins the game. So there you have it. Oh, what the heck? We had the Buccaneers were 10-6, not 10-7. Same with the Seahawks. I must have missed the Buccaneers and Seahawks game. It's fine. The Seahawks wouldn't have made the playoffs anyway. And the Bucs are 10-7. They would have won their division anyway. And they wouldn't have gotten the 3rd seed because they would have been 11-6, so it doesn't really matter. All right. Chiefs at Bucks, rematch of Super Bowl 55. You know, Patrick Mahomes versus Tom Brady, big time matchup here out in Arizona. It's a game where now the Chiefs have a better O-line, a better defense. That should play wonders for them. And the Buccaneers lost Dominican Sue in free agency as of now. And, you know, they may not be as good of a defense as they were 2 seasons ago, but it'll still be good enough to obviously get them to this point. I'm going to take my Chiefs to win it all. Chiefs get their 3rd Super Bowl in franchise history. Patrick Mahomes completes the revenge tour. But before we sign off here, let's just look a bit at the schedule here. At the standings here. So I have the Chiefs going 13-4. The Ravens and Bills also going 13-4 along with them. So a 3-way 13-4 here. Oh, and the Browns go 13-4, but finish below the Colts due to winning their division, not winning their division. So the Colts win here, win at 9-8, win their division at 9-8. Chargers 11-6. Steelers missed the playoffs at 11-6. Wow, so you got a team in the Steelers missing the playoffs at 11-6 in the AFC, but then a team like the Lions making the playoffs at 8-9 in the NFC. That just shows how much more stacked the AFC is right now. And then you scroll down there, New England 8-9, Jets 3-13. Oh, another one that a game was missed, and the Jets and Dolphins. Again, that doesn't really affect the total outcome because they wouldn't have made the playoffs anyway. Bengals going 7-10. I really do not think they're the same team. They had their cute Cinderella story last season, but I think with that O-line and that D-line, those two fronts just aren't as good as you would want them to be if they want to be able to get back to the were. Then you got a few 12-5s here. The Niners 12-5. The Bucks 11-6. I'm gonna say here. Lions making it at 8-9 and 3-14. So if you look at it here, the Texans have the worst record at 1-16, meaning they will be the team to probably get Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud. But yeah, comment down below what you guys think about this. And other than that, I'll see you guys next time.